Hello. When you think of something like a fountain, you don't immediately think of technological advancement. But there's actually a lot of technology that goes into making something like this work. I'm Zach. We're with Eckhart Public Library, and today we're going to be learning STEAM and talking about how the library fountain works. So today we're going to meet Dan Braun. He's our maintenance specialist, and he's going to tell us a little bit about how the fountain works and what makes something like this operate. So hello, Dan.
Hello, Zach. And I think it's important to point out that we are outside, and Zach and I can, to a certain point, socially distance. So that I can be heard better, I'm going to leave my mask off at least for a little while.
So Dan, how much water goes through this? Or how much water is in the fountain, in the whole system?
The whole system holds about 6,000 gallons of water. We move about 200 gallons of water every minute.
And you're talking about the sensors that help prevent wasting that water.
One of the things that we have an issue with, or we have concerns about, is the water waste. So to control that, some of the things that we have technology-wise is a wind speed sensor. So we have a light pole in the library park that has a wind speed sensor on it. And anytime the wind speed reaches 11 miles an hour, it shuts off the water flow to the duct.
So it's not spraying people.
So it's not spraying all over the place, and we're not losing water to wind. And then if the wind really picks up and blows really hard, there's a second level where it will shut the fountain down completely.
You said there were also some ways to regulate the water in the fountain itself so it doesn't go flowing over.
Because we have a water loss issue, we're constantly adding water to the fountain. The water level changes as we lose for wind and evaporation. Water goes down. There are sensors in the wall. You see that little metal grate over there. There's sensors in there that raise and lower with the water level. And once it reaches a certain level going down, it opens a valve and the fountain fills back up. Automatically.
Well, you want to go downstairs and show us the control room and how all this happens?
We can do that.
Alright, so now we're downstairs near the children's section in the main library. And we have the secret room to the right of the stairs. Okay, so what is this, Dan? What is this room?
So this is our fountain control room. And when we go inside, you'll see there's a couple other doors. We're just going to go right around the corner and you'll see all of the controls for the fountain.
The secret hidden entrances. So all this is going underneath the ground from the fountain to here.
It is. So the big squares that we had the water goes into, or it comes out of the fountain, comes through this pipe right here. Goes down the pipe, the water goes down the pipe. There's a skimmer basket that filters out all the big debris. Then it comes back up through to all these other pipes. And we have a different pipe for each section of the water feature. So this pipe goes all the way to the top, to the two boys in the duct. It's a little bit smaller because we don't send as much water up there. The next pipe goes into the top bowl, so the top row of goats can spew their water. This pipe goes into the bottom bowl. Of course, they're a little bit bigger because we send more water there. And then the final pipe goes right back into the basin, so that if there's extra water that we don't want to send to the feature, it goes back into the basin. Each of the three feature areas has their own separate control, so that we can turn and add water or take away water from any one of the features. Now the thing we have to keep in mind, because of the laws of hydraulics and the way water flows, is that if I change this, it's going to affect this and this. So we have to be really careful about making any changes to do that type of, to those valves. Okay, so this first box is actually the control panel. It kind of acts like a computer. All the features, the water speed, or the water level sensors, the wind speed sensor, all send information into this box. And it's controlled in this panel. And right from the very first screen, I can see how fast the wind is blowing, which pumps are running, and it'll tell me that the fill valve is turned off. So right now the fountain is not adding water. And all of that is controlled inside this box through all those relays and levers. The next thing down the line is called the Vexus system. It's a chemical system. The water flows through this glass box across these two sensors. Those two sensors control how much chemical is going to get added to the fountain. And then it has a display board. It'll tell me what the pH level is, how much chlorine's in it. It'll tell me what the water temperature is. And that's how I know right now we're flowing roughly 195 degrees or gallons of water a minute. And then finally, if we move down the wall, these are our chemical pumps. So there's two big tanks outside the building that we put chlorine and muriatic acid in. And these pumps, using the information from this system, will run to add chemicals into the water that we're adding to the fountain. The last major piece of equipment we have is what we call the filter pump. So we have this pump down here. Water comes in from the bottom of the fountain. It goes through the filter, through the pump, and back out into the basin of the fountain. This big bowl thing here is the filter. And a lot of times if you have a swimming pool, you'll see something very similar to this in your pool, and it'll be full of sand. This one is actually full of really tiny glass beads. And the water goes in, and it kind of forces the water through those glass beads, and it attracts all of the dirt. So after a while, those glass beads will get really dirty, and sometimes we have to clean that out. So we're going to do that now, and you'll be able to see through this clear pipe just how much dirt gets trapped in this over the last couple of weeks. That's all dirt that these glass beads filtered out of the water in the fountain and trapped, and now it's going out into the city sewer.
So all this technology is a way to keep the fountain protected and keep it running well, presumably long into the future.
If we take good care of the fountain, it will last us another 100 years.
So there it is. That's the technology of the fountain. Hopefully when you're walking by the library, you're walking under the bricks or over the bricks, you can think about the pumps and all the technology that's going to make this thing work. Thanks a lot, Dan, for showing us the fountain.
Thanks for stopping by. I'm always happy to talk about it.
Awesome. So we'll see you next time for STEAM. See you later.
So Zach, now that we've done all this, how do we wrap this up? Because, you know, I want to be a YouTube star. So what do I have to say? Something like, hey, make sure you like my page or follow my channel, ring a bell, smack a frog. What do we do here now, Zach?
I think that's all correct, Dan. I think you just look for those buttons on YouTube. You'll find them. Just keep looking.
Fantastic. All right, thanks.
All right.